Arsenal deemed the favourites to land Cunha this January. Nottingham Forest, Manchester United and Chelsea are also in hot pursuit as local journalists in Wolverhampton declare that it's looking bleak for their side to keep hold of the Brazilian this month. Plus, Man United pushing forward with their move for young Patrick, and Chelsea and Napoli getting closer to landing Alejandro Garnacho before the end of this window. Hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. Big updates to come. Let's go. We are today sponsored by our friends at Stocks FC. You can check out their website now by scanning the QR code and claim your 5 free stocks now. What I really want some of you to do, though, is check out their Trustpilot score. That is the users, the normal everyday people like you and I that are using that platform. It's a great amount of fun. It truly, truly is. You and your friends investing in the players that you think are going to do well in fantasy, do well in real games, and enable you to make a little bit of money along the way. It is a great deal of fun indeed. You buy your stocks, you choose your favorite players, how many stocks you want to buy, and the stocks are yours in second. You collect dividends each week based on payouts, based on real performances of your players. So a great way to test your football knowledge. So scan the QR code on the screen and get yourself signed up now. Plus, everyone that does will go into a prize draw to win a brand new PlayStation 5. So go and check that out. Now, I want to start. I'm going to go on to Cunha in a moment. I wanted to start with Alejandro Garnacho. A big update from Fabrizio Romano, who states that Napoli's opening bid for Alejandro was worth a 50 million euro package, including add-ons. Man United want more. Antonio Conte keeps pushing after the call with Garnacho on Friday. Chelsea made contact with United and the player's side, now deciding internally whether to bid or not. Sport Italia says that Alejandro Garnacho is edging closer to a move to Napoli after a new offer was sent to Man United. And the Telegraph state that Chelsea are set to hold more talks with Man United over the move, who value the player. Man United value the player at £50 million. So slightly differentiating stories, but they all focus upon the same outcome, and that is Alejandro Garnacho leaving Man United. And what I found really interesting talking to a few journalists last night is this is really being pushed by Alejandro. Although they will claim they prefer to stay at Man United, they want to be here. It now appears that after Garnacho was dropped for the Manchester derby, almost instantly the entourage of the player started looking at options, an exit strategy, and a new club for the player to go to. And I'm only telling you that because it's what some journalists are saying, and those stories are going to come out. Then they've already started, and I've missed them. I think it's a really interesting point. Sometimes managers will, in all walks of life, will drop a player or, discipline you or not give you a promotion for the right reasons. But sometimes that part, it might be, well, I'm not too sure about the attitude. I'm not too sure about the dedication. Do I really want to promote this person if they're not fully committed to the cause? So these things get tested. In terms of him going to Napoli or Chelsea, I prefer it to be Napoli 100%. I know there's the banter. If you don't rate Garnacho, please, Chelsea, give us our money for Mount back. It is a little funny. There's some really great tweets about it. But in reality, no true Man United fan gives a damn about that. I would prefer it to be Napoli. Less of a chance of impacting and hurting Man United year in, year out, if indeed that move goes well. But Chelsea are set for further talks with Man United. We keep getting told they haven't officially bid, but you know my stance on that. You only make an official bid once you know the bid is going to be accepted most of the time. Often it's just inquiries. The foreign press doesn't care about that. They don't care about the kind of the aesthetics and the framing and how it looks from a PR point of view. Whether you text, would 50 million be enough? Whether you phone up and say, look, if we put an official bid in of 20 million, would that work? the press in Italy, the press in Spain just calls that a bid. And I love that. I wish we would go back to it in the UK because it's become so fucking convoluted. It's unbelievable. But Garnacho looks like he's going to go. Chelsea pushing hard. Napoli currently leading the race. Give me your thoughts and feelings and opinions in the comments section below. Now, another player that Man United are linked to, Arsenal were deemed to be the favourites to land, and that is Matheus Cunha. The story broke last night. You'll see the story in the middle. This is from Jules Larkin, who is a local reporter, a Wolverhampton Wanderers football writer. And these journalists are often so important in these moments. Now, he may end up, it doesn't mean he's right or wrong. He said that Arsenal are the favourites. Let's read what he says. He says, sadly, also heard the following tonight, that expect an announcement regarding Cunha. Arsenal favourites, but Chelsea and Newcastle have made contact. So he has said he wants to go. Bleak times. This was then an exclusive from Sammy McBell, says that Nottingham Forest have made Cunha their top transfer priority this month. Fabrizio then confirmed that there are 4 Premier League clubs interested in signing Matheus Cunha in January. Those include Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man United. There were other reports last night that didn't include Man United, but a lot of teams looking at him. Arsenal deemed the favourites. This comes yesterday after a report that personal terms between Cunha and Arsenal were agreed. And as we know, players can agree personal terms with 2 or 3 clubs. Yep, those terms are acceptable. I like those terms. Yes, I would agree to those. That isn't the same as picking where they want to be. But of course, the clubs have got to get bids in. What is interesting now is that Forest are going to make a massive, massive push to sign him. And now this is where, when you look at Arsenal, when you look at Man United and Chelsea, but I'm predominantly focusing on Arsenal because they're deemed the favourites here. How much do you want him? What are you prepared to pay? He may have been a summer transfer target for you. How high up the priority list was he? Because if Forest are coming and knocking now, they're a team that, listen, you add Cunha to their team, they are making Champions League football next year, in my humble opinion. And if they land Matheus Cunha over Arsenal, I know they're in a better position than Man United, but if they land him over Arsenal or Chelsea, the sign of intent, the ambition that shows is massive. However, the reports yesterday said Cunha wants Arsenal. He's agreed personal terms, and the club are leading the race, or they're the favourites to get him, with the actual words. How do you see this playing out? Genuine question. How do you see it playing out? I'm intrigued. I'm genuinely intrigued to see how this plays out, because I know there's some Arsenal fans that don't think he's particularly good. I know there's some Arsenal fans that think he's just another Gabriel Jesus. He's not enough of a ceiling raiser. I think he's a really good player. I'd love him at Man United. Good technical ability, excellent ball carrier, creates opportunities, can and does score goals as well. Great engine. He has such wonderful attributes. Do I think he should be the centerpiece of Arsenal, the centerpiece of Man United, the centerpiece of Newcastle? No. I feel that you can buy better players, but could he be an integral part of your first team? Absolutely. Especially as he can play a couple of positions to an extremely high level. So, yeah, from my point of view and perspective, I like him. I really do like him. I really do rate him. I think he's a really talented player that Arsenal should be looking at. And if they are really the favourites and they pull this off, could make a big difference to their season. On Stocks FC, you can see him here. Cunha, decent price at £2.37 per share. His growth has been 28% in the last 30 days, 100% growth since his stock went on sale. 100% growth. And for me, I'm just going to buy some now. I'm just going to get it done now because I feel like he's going to move to another Premier League club, which means he's going to stay in English football and there's a chance for even more growth. So I'm just going to buy. I'm going to buy here 25%. 25% of the available stocks on the market in him. That's all you do. You click that. You press confirm, placing the order, and bang, As you can see, that is done. Because I've just got a gut feeling he's going to end up going this January. I've got a feeling he's going to go this January. And whether it goes to Newcastle, whether he goes to Arsenal, whether he goes to Forest, I think his stock value is going to raise massively. I think there's a chance of it at least doubling, but it's the reward payouts as well that I think could be very, very lucrative indeed. So, look, give me your thoughts, feelings, opinions on these deals. Go and check out Stocks FC as well. It's a great and fun game to play. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again very, very soon.